Hello, my friends. Today I'm going to talk to you about confidence. Confidence that exists in your mind, in your body, and the words that you speak. So, do you notice if you're a truth seeker, if you're an empath, if you are on a spiritual path, that it gets tiring many times to talk to people? It gets tiring to talk to people who don't fully understand what you do, or those who have their own ideas as to what you do and they immediately want to oppose what you do or argue with your ideas. And what I have come to see is that we don't necessarily get tired because we lack confidence, but we get tired because we are looking for that outside approval, and then we try to like manipulate ourselves or move around based on the conversation that is coming at us. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about three things. I'm going to show you how to recognize when you leave yourself, how to return to your inner agreement, and then speak from that place. So first is when you recognize that, something went off. This is when you are in connection with who you are, with your body, then you will start to feel this in your body. You will start to feel a slight little hit, almost like that doesn't feel good. It feels like I walked away from my truth. It feels like that what this person said sideswiped me, if you will. And now it feels like your voice doesn't have the strength, or more like you yourself, the doubt within you, or this need of being authenticated from the outside, from the external, seems to be stronger than what you're here to say. Okay? And that little place, that little voice within that allows you to doubt and detours your words, that is what I call the opposition. That is what, if we blow up into a big picture, we can take that back to, that is, let's just say, the evil within, or that part of us, the part of us within that causes fear, that causes anger, that lives in those ideas that you are not yet good enough in the identity that you are. Okay? This is when, after you say the words, there's a hesitation that starts to come. You are now looking to see what the other person will say, and you start to reword what you really want to say just so that you are accepted, and your body will constrict. That's the signal. Now, there is a difference from choosing words that the other person understands, but you're still remaining in your truth, rather than when you will simply reword and tone some of the things down and like, yeah, you're right, I don't actually really believe what I just said because, yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, you will know it, because this is, now we are claiming an identity. We are living from an identity, and we're taking that identity out into the real world and testing it, testing how we are received, how we behave and know ourselves when we are not received in a way we would like it, and still keep going on. Okay, so the second part now is that recognition, that returning to yourself, that realizing, oh wait, I just sideswiped myself. I just walked away from the person that I know myself to be to accommodate this situation. So, as everything is in the breath, as your life is in the breath, you can always take a deep breath at this point and then come settle into, well, what do I already know? Okay? And let all that identity that you have been cultivating within yourself, that you have been strengthening and refining, let all that return and say, oh, wait, I know that I am here too. And go ahead, fill in the blanks. Like my identity, I know that I am the child of light. Is that true for you? If it's true for you, go ahead, claim it, build it into your body. I also know that I am here to speak to people, to share with people about coherence, being in the union in the word. That is my mission. Okay? Go ahead, replace your mission with this. And if you don't fully know your mission yet, then just go ahead, extend that identity. I know I am the child of light. I know I am here to speak my truth. I know that I am here to perpetuate life simply by who I am. That allows your identity, your awareness of yourself to come into the present moment of space right now in this moment. And as you remember really the who you are, it's almost like this energetic support that comes around you in your back. Now, that support is always there, but now you're becoming aware. So this is also where we're reading how our body speaks to us. Settle in this. Okay, so you take a deep breath, you remember who you are, and then you settle in this. And then you stop adjusting. You stop adjusting and you trust your internal clarity. This will flow into you. Okay, you don't have to do so much at this point. Ultimately, what you're doing is you're becoming aware, and then you're allowing the truth of you, the identity of you, to now again flourish from within without you knocking it down with doubt. And as that clarity comes into your body, oh, that's right, I remember who I am. That's right, I remember what my mission is. That's right, I remember why actually I am speaking to this person or to these people. What is guiding my words? And what point I am here to make, regardless whether somebody agrees with me or not. Because the truth of who you are speaks volumes. And even when someone does not agree or understand, just know that the truth will work within them. But you need to stand in that truth. Because if you sideswipe yourself, you just taught them that as well. This comes in really handy when you're parenting. You are showing your children how to stand in the truth of who you are. If you constantly, well, okay, maybe we can do it this way, do it that way, then that is what you're showing, instability, okay? So your word matters. Yes, your word that by the promise does not come back void, but comes back accomplished for what you sent it. So stand in your word. And then the third part is speak from this place. Speak from this identity and this understanding that you are here for this specific purpose. Whether people, every person who is standing in front of you understands it or not at that very moment. Because what you've opened up in somebody's system who is fighting against it right now could very well be the very thing that a week later, a month later, a year later just fully unfolds into them and opens them up into a space of clarity that otherwise they would not have gotten. So again, speak your truth. And ask yourself, can I move here without being confirmed from the external what I'm doing? Well, the answer is yes. When you trust your identity, when you relax into your identity, you know that you do not need that external confirmation, because you actually have been already authorized by your higher spirit that has given you your mission, that has helped you create your identity in the truth, and who is helping you say these words that are relevant. When you're standing in your truth, your words are relevant. So allow yourself to speak once and clearly. You don't need to over explain anything. Allow the silence to unfold this space, and stay relaxed in your body, you know? So notice, this is a good place for you to bring up some of your conversations with certain people, as to where do you leave yourself. And you can imagine it that for next time, you're going to stand in your identity, return to what you already know, and then you move from there. Okay? Now, if you would like more help or a community to walk with you in building this identity where your confidence simply is just natural, you don't have to separately look at how to be confident. Your identity, based in the truth of you, renewing your frequency base, already carries that confidence. Then my spiritual fitness sphere, sourced, is the sphere that was created exactly for people like you. And I wanted to say so many things that all of a sudden everything left my mind. So in Sourced is where we help you create this new identity, anchor it in your truth, be coherent in your mind, in your emotions, in your body, in how you speak, so that you create the new you, the transformed you, and actually get to see that in your physical reality. Link is in the description, and comment how this process feels for you. Comment how this process, or what this process opens up for you to help you come into the remembrance of staying in who you are. Comment what feels easy and what feels challenging. And I will see you next week.